kindergarten through second grade. This is your project for the week. I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit. There we go. All right, so this week we're going to make symmetrical butterflies. So I have an example of my butterfly right here. Okay, and they need to be symmetrical. Symmetrical means if you fold them in half and look at them, they're the same on both sides. Let me pull that back a little bit. Okay, so this side looks just like this side, and if it has color, same thing. This half looks just like this half. So it's a mirror image. So if it's symmetrical, it's identical if you fold it in half. Your face can be symmetrical because you have two eyes and your nose is in the middle and your mouth is in the middle. So if you split it in half, your face is symmetrical. Symmetrical is they're the same. Asymmetrical is that their two halves are different. So we're going to make symmetrical butterflies, and there's a couple different ways to do this. The first way is you're going to take either a white piece of paper, or if you have a black piece of paper, you can use whatever. I have examples with both white and with construction paper because I have some construction paper at home. The first thing you're going to do, I'm going to grab my paper from the floor, is you're going to take a piece of paper and you're going to fold it in half, okay? And fold that piece of paper in half. Now remember, there's the side that opens, and then there's the side with the fold. The side with the fold is where the center of your butterfly needs to be. Okay, that's really important. So if you're not sure, before you start, have mom and dad look at it, because the center needs to be where the fold is, so that when you open it up, you get a butterfly. If you do it the other way, so that you put the center of the butterfly on the side that opens, you're going to end up with two pieces of paper and not one. So it would open this way and it would just fall apart. So we don't want to do that. We want to make sure the center of the butterfly is the center of the paper, and then we work our way out so that the butterfly can open and it doesn't just fall apart into two pieces. Okay, I'm going to show you two different ways to do this. I'm going to show you this one, and then I'm going to show you this one with colored paper. Now you guys all know, if you have paper at home, like construction paper, scrapbooking paper, gift wrap, like wrapping paper, you could use that for this project. But if you want to cut out, like the two pink pieces, if you want them to cut out and you want them to be the same, then you have to fold the paper in half and cut out two pieces at one time. So you're going to cut out one shape, but if that paper's folded in half, you're going to get it twice. And that's a really easy way to do this butterfly if you have paper at home. Now, if you don't have paper at home, this works just as well, okay? The other part of this is I told you to look for a toilet paper tube. This is why. This toilet paper tube is going to allow this to be a little more three-dimensional, and it can actually stand up on its own if you want. If you don't have the toilet paper tube, then of course you can just leave it flat. But I thought this might be fun because then you could actually set it, you guys can't see it, but you could set it on something so that it could just be a decoration. Okay, so we're looking at symmetry. This is balance. It's one of the principles of design, which is part of our art terms, and one of the things that we need to have good art. We have to have balance. So this is our symmetrical butterfly. So in just a minute, you're going to see the video pop up. It's going to explain kind of all the tips about doing this, but I gave you the high points. Fold the paper in half. Make sure that we are drawing the center of our butterfly on that folded side of the paper. Now you'll notice the back is glued on with a couple of pieces of paper. If you have tape, tape works. If you have glue, glue works. If you can't do this step, that's okay too. It can always just be a flat butterfly. Okay, so watch the video. It should help explain more of the project, but remember, we're working on them being symmetrical, so they're the same on both sides when you open it up. Okay, so don't color one half in cool colors, you know, blue, green, and purple, and the other half in warm colors, because we want this to be the same. So notice pink, pink, yellow, yellow, green, green. Okay, make sure they're the same. It's about symmetry and being symmetrical. Okay, all right, have fun. Email me if you have questions. Email your assignments to me when you're done. Second grade, post them on Google Classroom. If anybody needs anything, please reach out. I'm available on my email all day. All right? Have fun. Have a great week. Some materials we'll need are a marker, a pencil, a paper towel roll, or a toilet paper tube, and some paper. So you could use construction paper or you could use white paper. You're going to fold your paper in half, take your paper towel tube, line it up so it's halfway on, just like I'm showing you, and then you're going to mark it. So mark the top and bottom and the inside. Now, you might need help from parents to do this. This is just so you kind of know how big the body needs to be on your butterfly. So we're going to mark the top and bottom, and then we're going to draw a body, and you're only drawing half the body because the paper is folded in half and we're drawing on the folded side. So we're going to go ahead and draw. Then we're going to give it a head. Remember, you're drawing half a circle for the head and like half an oval for the body. Then we're going to add some wings, and your wings can look however you want your wings to look. Get a bottom wing in here. Okay, so now you have half of your butterfly. So see, paper's folded in half, the fold is right in the middle. So you could do this two ways now. The first way is you could cut this out with scissors, and then you'll have your outline for the other side, which is the easiest way to do this. So we're going to go ahead and cut, done. Okay, so here we go. Here's the butterfly. Okay, so you have two halves now, and I'm just going to take my marker and I'm going to finish drawing the rest of the outline for my butterfly. And I'm using a Sharpie because it's much easier to see on the video. You could use a marker, you could use a crayon. You don't have to trace it out this way. I just needed you to be able to see it. So then I'm going to trace my other wing. Now, I'm going to try to make my other wing look as close to this other side as I can. So just kind of figure out where it goes and then draw the line. And then I'm sorry that my video froze a little bit, but it's going to pick back up, and then I'm going to trace the other wing as well. Now remember, we're making symmetrical butterflies, so they have to be the same on both sides. So whatever you do to one wing, you have to do to the other wing. All right, with this video, we're going to look at how to add color. Now, I have construction paper at my house, and whatever you do, you're going to make two of. So remember, to get two pieces that are the same, you have to fold the paper in half before you cut. Now, if you don't have colored paper at home, that's fine. You can do this with just crayons, and that video will pop up in just a minute. But since I have colored paper at home, I cut out one shape but got two pieces because it was folded in half, and now I need to make both halves of my butterfly look the same. So right now I'm just kind of laying out where pieces would go. So popping, and eventually I'll glue these down, but right now I'm just trying to figure out how I want my butterfly to look. So I'm just kind of placing the pieces that I cut out, and I'm going to make them the same on both sides. I lost one of my circles. I don't know where it went, but I make another one later. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't know where it went. So now, if you have white glue, that's great. Remember, one drop, not a lot. You don't need a lot of glue. If you have your glue stick, that's fine too. And again, if you don't have colored paper, just do crayons or markers or colored pencils. Any of that's fine. I'm going to cut out a couple more circles to replace the one that's missing. And then the rest of the video I'm just going to let you watch because it should be pretty self-explanatory as it goes.